Hello and welcome everyone to Irondice mode Riodon 8. How is my favorite druid player in the whole world doing today?
I am doing pretty good. I am
Fantastic.
going away tomorrow for Christmas.
Yay, you're coming down to where I live! I get to touch
Yay!
you!
Uh, about that one.
I get to hug you at least. Well, we did say that we were not sure when we would be able to make another session, but we found a way to squeeze one in before you travel south. So that's cool.
Yeah.
We can play more game online. We might still do something offline if we find an opportunity and a good timing for it, but at the very least we could squeeze this one in so that if it doesn't happen, we got a little bit more progress into Riodon.
When you say travel south, it makes me sound like a bird.
You are a bird. You travel south twice a year, and it's maybe 3 times if we're lucky, and then you go back again, and we don't see you for a while. That's just how
Not
it be.
really what birds do. Though. They travel south once per year.
Yeah,
They
you're a
stay
really
there for the
fucking
winter.
weird bird. Okay. You just didn't do it right.
Bird.
You fucked up in bird school. It's the middle of stay-at-home season. Everyone's like, "Why is he leaving?" I have no idea. He's just like that. That's just David. He goes.
I do what I want. I go where I please.
Yep. Yep. Anyway, um, we are D&Ding. Would you like to tell us what happened last week? Because it was a pretty interesting session.
Yeah. Well, it started off with Riodon having just ran away from doing some Vietnam war crimes, and the first thing he did was go and collect honey. He found a beehive. He almost caused a forest fire, but he stopped it from happening. And that accident made him able to gather honey a bit easier, which he did. Uh, After that, he went back to the ant colony he found like around here somewhere, and then he made a honey trail between them and Valles. So hopefully Valles will get an ant infestation, and by ant I mean like very large ants that can hopefully destroy the city or something like that. At least cause problems. We'll have to come back in a few days of in-game time and see what happened. Uh, After that, went back to the forest and did some hunting because rations were running low. Did some failed hunts, succeeded hunting a fox, but that's only like 2 rations, so not much. And ended up having 2 combat encounters. First was a giant ass centipede, which went pretty well. I don't think Riodon took any damage from that.
Nope.
Uh, After that, though, at the very end of the session, though, was the very scary fight with the what were they called?
Sturges.
Surges.
Yep.
Yeah, three of those little bat mosquito buggers. By the way, on that note, I checked the 5e stat block because you mentioned them being like useless in 5e. It said that they're beasts. Are they considered like beasts in 2e too?
2E doesn't do this whole beast thing as much. And like animal category, monster category thing.
Okay, but would they be considered animals? Because I
I
thought they were like kind of like aberration
I don't get
demon
this.
thing.
I don't get that impression. My impression is that they are, they're basically monstrosities. Um, because in 2E, let me find the Sturgis page. SU. Nope, that's too far. There's a Sturge. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about it specifically, but I noted in the rules for Ranger. Let me find that because Rangers have like abilities that are inspired by beast stuff, you know. So if we look up the rules for Ranger, in 2nd edition. That's underneath fighter. I think this is a pretty good thing to go off of.
I guess we kind of got sidetracked now from the summary.
Yes, but I think this is good anyway, because especially because we're playing a druid campaign, right?
Yeah.
Summary was fine. Take 75 experience for it. I think we got through most of it.
I just wanted to mention the part where, like, I guess I could have died, but I actually made it out pretty okay.
Yeah, you had a really
because,
clever idea to stop, drop, and roll, to crush the Sturges while they were sucking your blood, instead of pulling them out with the reverse teeth that would really have hurt you.
Yeah.
But yeah, here, let me see something. When dealing with domestic or non-hostile animals...
You said 75 experience.
Yeah, I said 75. Yeah. Många bäckar små, David. Många bäckar små.
Yeah. I'm just...
When dealing with domestic or non-hostile animals, a ranger can approach the animal and befriend it automatically. He can easily discern the qualities of the creature, spotting the best horse in the corral or seeing that the runt of the litter actually has great promise. A natural animal is one that can be found in the real world. A bear, a snake, a zebra, etc. And practically no mechanics in 2nd edition will reference, like, the term beast, but tons of mechanics similar to this ranger one will reference real animals, you know? And so a sturge is definitely not a real animal, and so in 2nd edition we would call it a monster. Or which later in 5e would be called monstrosity. So I think it's just one of those things that in 5e they decided to call it a beast, but I think in more traditional D&D, monstrosity, which also isn't a real thing in 2e, but like we would call them monsters, is a better description for sturge, because it's not real.
Yeah.
There are some edge cases, like for example, I have found some, I don't know where I found this, but while reading some different 2e splat books, I have found different ideas on if dinosaurs are real animals or monsters. Literally different books say different things. I think it's more fun to play them as real animals. That's just cool to me.
Yeah.
And I think that fits your idea of how it should be, so that makes you happy and that makes me happy.
Yeah, I agree.
Great.
Yeah.
Well done.
I mean, for my purposes, obviously, like the Sturges is like would invisibility to animals work on them? And I assume no.
I would assume no as
they
well,
don't
because
feel like
they are monsters.
Yeah. So I don't have that as an option if I want to escape more of them, if I ever encounter more.
You don't. You need actual invisibility. Ooh.
Yeah. All right.
And I think I will say this: the way that Riodon understands this is that, and the way that the general lore is in this world, among everything, is that some creatures are birthed by the gods, and some creatures are corrupted by magical influences on this world, you know? That's the difference between a bear and an owl bear. A bear is just a natural part of the world, and so druids or rangers can commune with it more easily. Whereas an owl bear or a displacer beast or something is some kind of animal at some point in history corrupted by magic. Either it could still be magic from the gods, or magic from the elemental planes, or arcane magic on this planet by ancient wizards of much greater power than wizards today. But monsters are seen as at some point in history being affected by magic. They might still live as animals today. Like sturges probably don't have a very magical life cycle. They probably function like animals, but at some point in their past something probably happened to them. And knowing exactly what is an animal and what is a monster is probably something that a druid or a ranger is quite good at, whereas a fighter might have less of an idea of the difference between these things and less of an intuition for it.
Yeah.
I think that's good lore. That's the way I like it.
Yeah. So basically, Riodon could tell that these things
Yeah.
would not be. They wouldn't interact with magic as if they were animals. Essentially.
Yes. I think Riodon can tell this. Mostly because I think it's absolute bullshit to be like, you, David, know that these are not real animals, but I'm gonna make you waste a spell slot in order to not metagame because I say Riodon doesn't know.
Yeah.
That's not fun. Like, you're a fucking druid. You know this shit.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. All right. So, after the whole encounter and healing some of my wounds, not all of them, but some.
Yes.
I think, actually, what time of day is it? It was like 3, I think you said?
3-ish, 4-ish, something like that.
Yeah.
It's the afternoon.
I think, actually, Riodon, rather than keep hunting as he has, Riodon, especially after this encounter, he might want to get out of the forest a little bit.
Yeah.
He's actually gonna start traveling towards the big-ass lake.
Okay. So Riodon heads deeper into the forest.
Yeah, but like towards a part of the forest that won't be just forest, you know.
Yeah, I know. But like you have to go through like what is it like?
Yeah.
You gotta travel like 4 miles into the woods to get to the lake or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm still exactly here, but yeah.
You were somewhere around here when you were hunting. You were definitely not around the farms.
Yeah.
I remember
but yeah, traveling towards the lake. Because I'm actually thinking, Riodon has been eating so much game meat for a while now. He needs to diversify his diet a little bit. And I need to actually use my other proficiency that I have yet to use.
Sick. Well done. You travel 4 miles towards the lake, and this is a quick walk for you because you are a motorcycle traveler through the woods. As soon as there's trees around you, you speed up, which is hilarious. But that's how it works. I don't question it. It's magic. It's the gods, you know? It's the million gods of the druids that live in all natural things. They guide you forwards. All the spirits of the lands.
Let's go.
And so you traverse in just an hour or so. You walk through the woods. You would leave anyone well behind you. Any kind of soldier traveling after you would get utterly left behind as you make it beeline to the lake. Your natural sense of navigation in the woods helping you as well. You have direction sense. Everything's really easy for you here. So, actually, you don't have direction sense, do you? Oh wait, no, you do. I'm just showing the wrong character on the stream right now. I'm showing Samuel.
Oh lol.
Let's swap over to Riodon, shall we? So that we don't. Did we record the entire last episode with Samuel?
No, I'm pretty sure it was Riodon, because I'm pretty sure I checked the vault, and I'm pretty sure I saw Riodon.
Okay. Well, and now it says Riodon in the box, and not Samuel. The correct Excel sheet is open now.
Has there been a Samuel one between the sessions?
There hasn't been, which is why it's so funny. Maybe I was just looking something up about Samuel at some point. I have been prepping some Samuel. Anyway. That was more disappointing than your anime.
That was from Godzilla vs. Kong ERB, right?
Yes. I have recently been rewatching all of ERB, so it's very stuck in my head. There is a high chance during the session for ERB references and Dragon Ball Abridged references. Because I have been rewatching both of those during the last week. And they're both very quotable.
I assume the ERB is because a new one recently came out, right?
Yes, that is the routine. Whenever they release a new ERB, I watch all of them. Which is very doable, given that you only get like 1 or 2 every year, so... Anyway, we are going to... It just pops up in my head again. I need to stop saying that. You get to the lake. Yeah, I was just gonna say you get to the lake, and you have fishing, you have direction sense, and everything's easy. Right, I was just flavor texting your fucking travel. Cool.
Yeah. So when I get to the the lakeside. So
Yeah.
what kind of lake is this? Like what kind of
Mm.
terrain is around the lake and stuff?
So the first thing to know about this lake is that this lake is in the middle of a river, right? Which means that if you were to get towards the center of this lake, there's actually a pretty strong water flow there, you know? Like this lake surrounds what is still a pretty active river part in the middle, where there's more movement. Um, and then as it moves out, it is. I imagine this lake as being quite similar to like the very swampy lakes we have here in the forests of Sweden. You get these like the grasses go all the way to the water's edge, you know, and like curl out in on like the underside of the edge of the earth, where like the water has slowly eroded the earth out, so there's a little bit of a bulge, you know. And then there's quite a lot of water plants that grow in like the shoreline side, you know. So if you were to try to get out into to the lake, where it's open water in the middle, but there's maybe like at least 10 or 8 meters of like reeds and other kind of water plants that extend at most places throughout this lake. There are some places you can find if you travel a bit where like the water is very accessible, but mostly there's a lot of these aquatic plants that stick out on a lot of it. I think, however, the longest stretch of lake where there is no vegetation on the lakeside is on the north side. If you were to travel around the lake to over here, there are more open areas and even some like very muddy, swampy beaches. If we put massive quotation marks on that word, but over where you are, it's very nature infested, plant infested.
Well, that's annoying. That doesn't make for great fishing spots.
It doesn't. It does make for great fish habitation. There's surely a lot of fish down there, like pikes and stuff.
Yeah.
You can probably find the old pike here,
Yeah.
Gammelgäddan. But
Yeah. I mean,
it is
I am
difficult to fish.
spearfish. I am spearfishing rather than like
Yeah.
rod fishing, so I suppose the vegetation could be a good place.
Depends on how
Look
deep
for-
it is and what kind of earth is on the bottom, right?
Yeah.
It's also not very visible though. Like it's a very dark lake. You can't see well into it.
Yeah. And I guess has it gotten dark already, like in the sky?
Not necessarily. It's probably like getting there. It is October, so I think it's in that vibe where like it's getting a little bit like
How near the equator are we right now? How big is the disparity between
this place
winter
is
and summer months?
this place is France, right? So that's the
Okay.
this is a very French climate, I always imagine.
Yeah. Okay.
And so you're pretty far up in it, so it's like central to northern France-ish where you are right now.
Yeah.
It's not like the southern Mediterranean climate. You get that much further down towards Pali and such. That's more like southern France, Italy type. You're more in like the middle of like the French forests. That's sort of what kind of climate you're in right now. So it's not that dark yet.
Yeah.
It's only October. If it was like the middle of December, it might start to get dark around like 18, 19. But you know, it's mostly fine.
Okay. So the question is now if I want to try wading, that would be a bit problematic, especially because I imagine the water is not very warm right now
It's not.
at this time of year.
It's
And like,
warmer than it will be in spring because you know the heat of summer is still somewhat there, and it's not a very
Yeah.
cold place. So like this place doesn't get snow in the winter. You know, it might get snow on like a freak day, but it doesn't get snow most days.
yeah, I don't really want to sog my boots because I don't have a spare change.
Yeah, I mean you can strip.
But walking barefoot could be dangerous.
It could be. There might be rules involved.
If there's, yeah, I think though. I guess like I think I will give it a shot, or maybe I'll give it a shot in the morning because fish are more active in the morning. I'm pretty sure.
I will say this. You definitely have some experience with a lake because you lived close to a lake and you have a swimming proficiency. So you've been in
And the
the
fishing proficiency.
yes, you've been in the southern lake, Lake Cladis.
Yeah.
You've definitely been to several times, right? That's the huge lake
Yeah.
that's further south.
Yeah,
And
I mean that's where I live.
yeah. And Lake Cladis is definitely like much more open than this place, and also much more instantly deep. You know, Lake Cladis is like as soon as you hit the lake, it is instantly your feet don't touch the ground. It just goes straight down very quickly. It's a little bit weird because of that. Lake
Wait,
Cladis
it's
doesn't-
literally it's literally just a vertical hole.
it it is very strange. Like Lake Cladis goes very steep very quickly.
That's weird. Yeah.
It is weird. Lake Cladis is a place which lots of people call cursed. It is a lake with a lot of mythology around it and superstition. This lake that you're at now, up here by Kagium, is much less steeped in mythology, you know? So in Lake Cladis, it's much easier to like learn how to swim and do all that stuff. And with this place, we're like seeing these like lakeside plants. That's probably pretty new to you. You haven't seen that before because there's nothing like that in Lake Cladis. Maybe it's somewhere, you know, but it's not common at least.
Yeah. I think actually since it is probably getting dark anyways.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna scout out a good campsite for tonight and then kind of just chill for the rest of the day because I have been doing a lot of action this day anyway, so
Yep.
Riodon might want to take a rest.
Okay.
I'm also still injured, so that's also something.
Yeah. Okay. So you
So-
try to find some a resting spot that's close by the lake-ish, but are you like toward? Oh, you're over there. Okay, you put your character out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see where you are.
Yeah.
Cool. Well done. Let's do.
Probably
some,
want to
rolling.
actually like chill by a fire for a bit as well.
Yeah.
Not just do the usual sleeping in a bush thing.
Yeah.
It's for some comfort.
Yeah, that makes sense.
By the way,
Yeah.
is this some kind of like salt lake?
It's not. That is an oxbow lake.
Is that something like it has subterranean rivers or something?
No. This river has not always had the exact shape it has now. This is me nerding out about my map creation. Usually when you have very slow-moving rivers over very flat land, they snake a lot, right? Like this. But imagine you have like a bend like this, right? And then suddenly the water finds a new way to break free and take a shortcut and cut off like a big part of the bow. If there was like a big formation of that bow, that is one thing that will like incentivize the water to try to find a shortcut because the water starts being very slow moving if there's a lake that's forming on the curve. And when it cuts off, suddenly the water stops flowing there. Then that like area that used to be just a big part of the river becomes a lake instead. And so you can see that the river has found a shortcut. It probably used to swing out much further, but then when it found a shortcut, all this water got stuck here.
All right.
That's a real thing you can find everywhere in the world.
Yeah, I believe you.
And these curves in the river are called oxbows because it's the giant things you used to carry water with was like over the back of your neck. It had this shape, right? And then you would like put out water down here, and you put some water down here, and you put your head here, and you'd carry like this giant piece of wood over your neck, and that's called an oxbow. Or you would put it over an ox. Yeah. And so because it has this shape, the lake at the top of an oxbow is an oxbow lake. Ah.
Yeah.
I studied my geography to make this goddamn map.
Good job.
Yay, good job me. But you sit down, you get a fire going, and you relax for the night. Take a little bit of a longer approach to your sleeping.
Yeah, I'm also gonna, before I go to bed, I'm gonna dry cast heat metal on one of the coins I have.
Ooh, nice. Great.
Because heat metal is pretty useless out in the forest.
Yeah, yeah. Did you sit down though? You cast your heat metal. You sit down. Darkness starts falling. And as it does, Riodon looks out over the lake. And tonight is a foggy night on the lake. There's this enormous, just movement of water vapors that sweeps across it. And as it does, Riodon can't help but stare a little bit into the fog. There's a sensation in there of something looking back. Something yearning for you. Something calling out. Something from under the water. You sense a little bit of a tingle, a twist in your gloved hand.
Oh god, this fucker again.
There's no words that come out, but you get a sense of the water connecting you closer to whatever this beast or demon or god or extra dimensional being, whatever it might be, is. Something about being close to this lake just hints at his power or her power or its power reaching just a little bit more effectively towards you. And while no words appear in your head, no communication is had, you just get this sensation of betrayal. This thing feels that you owe it something, that you're not giving it, and it's mad.
So I suppose it's like, I guess this place is connected through like the river to where I found this thing. So I suppose could make sense. I guess like so. This, anyways, this like this sensation right now. It's just like, is it something I feel like? Is it physically affecting me in any way, or is it just like
It's not. It's a strange feeling. It's sort of similar to like when you're hanging out with a friend. This is not a friend, but let's say you're hanging out with a friend, and nothing has been said, but you get the feeling that the friend is bored and wants to go home, and so you might try to create an excuse for why things need to end in order to be polite. And you sort of handle, like, you pick up a vibe and you make things smooth and you try to handle things socially, right? You're picking up a vibe from this lake of what it feels about you. And the tingle in your hand is what clues you into the connection, that this somehow is connected to this being you were in touch with.
Alright, well,
You don't know how you're feeling this feeling. You can't see a face. You can't have an actual social feeling here, but it's clear in your head somehow.
I think because of that, do I want to? I'm thinking if I might want to like sleep further into the forest because of that.
Possible.
But at the same time, maybe Riodon is actually feeling a little bit spiteful in this moment, and being like, "What you gonna do about it?" That type of vibe. So Yeah, no, actually, he'll probably he found a cozy camping place. He's probably gonna stick around here for tonight. Anyways, yeah. So his reaction to this is probably just like kind of like a bit of a mocking attitude, and like a screw you type of thing, you know.
Yep.
Doesn't say anything out loud, but just feels that way.
Okay. I don't have a problem with that. You sit there. You stare at the lake. Yeah, you do feel me, and yeah, I don't give a shit. You bitch.
Yeah.
That's the vibe.
But by the way, speaking of saying out loud, last session had no dialogue whatsoever.
Nope, it did not.
No spoken dialogue.
It did not. Now, I had spoken dialogue in my roleplay, but that was just going up on going on up here. Oh, I had some spoken dialogue. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! But yeah, that is the nature of Riodon, is it not? This campaign is so lonely.
Yeah.
So steeped in solitude.
It is neat.
It's a very distinct vibe, for sure. I told you, I'm prone to Dragon Ball Z Abridged references today, and I'm getting feelings of Piccolo wondering about his one friend on MySpace. At least I got you, Todd. Oh man. I need a... Well done. Let's start setting up our night. And before you take your HP back, let me just double check that there's nothing specific going on. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Okay. Yeah. Riodon, you sit down to go to bed. Still somewhat close to the water. And as you do, they do want the D10 from you. It has been hours. It's late. It's dark.
A5.
You are not surprised.
Yeah.
As coming, you know, you're sitting here. You're what, like 15 meters, 20 meters from the lakeside, maybe 30 meters?
Yeah, it depends on where the tree line
starts,
I guess.
The tree line goes right to the lake here. So, you know, you moved up enough that the earth isn't wet, you know? That's about as far as I imagine.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, it's like hopefully a bit secluded too, because, you know, I don't really prefers that, but yeah. Probably a bit more open than usual since campfire.
But it doesn't help much. as what you notice at first is that some earth around you. This is way too engaged. I'm going for something a little bit more.
I'm gonna have a third fight one day, huh?
Yep. What you notice is that a lot of the earth around here seems to be wet, even though it was dry a little while ago. And as you look at it a little bit closer, it seems like the wetness is, encroaching on you, slowly, in a slithering shape, as if the earth is turning wet underneath it and moving towards you like a snake. And just as you get up and you get ready, you get your shield on, you pick up your spear, from this wetness rises a watery snake, entirely made up of liquid, that stares at you and looks ready to strike at any moment.
Right? Well, I mean, you say I get ready with my spear and shield, but I would probably have gotten ready to run the fuck away.
That's also very valid, but I still think you picked them up, you know? Like, you were not leaving them behind. Sure.
For sure.
Excellent.
What about my backpack, though, in this situation?
Ooh, it's probably not on you. And if you pick it up, you'll be slowed down.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna leave it behind right now and try to circle back later if I can.
Okay, so we're gonna try to be at a full 12 movement speed here?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Because because presumably this thing is tied to the lake in some way.
Hopefully.
So if I just put distance between me and the lake, then I should be able to lose it, hopefully.
Hopefully. Well then, roll me initiative +3.
What
size creature is this?
11.
This is a large creature, so it rolls initiative +6 here.
Oh, do larger creatures have lower initiative or like worse initiative?
Yes, they do. Monsters that don't attack with like real weapons, like if they just are humanoids using weapons, then they use weapon initiative just like player characters. But if they are like monsters or beasts with natural weapons or something like that, they just roll into initiative based on their size category.
Okay.
Where small and medium is +3, tiny is +0 or +1. I don't know. I haven't ran a tiny creature yet. And then large is +6, huge is +9, etc., etc. It just goes up by scales of 3.
Yeah.
So let me just make it so that the recording will pick up the rolls here. I will roll initiative in system. You got 11, I got 15. Yes.
Yeah, we run straight into the forest.
Yes, and it follows you at equal movement speed.
Again?
It follows you at exact equal movement speed.
We keep running. We keep running, because it might just be that I'm still close enough to the lake.
Okay, give me a constitution check. We're going to chase the rules instead. That's a pass. Okay.
2.
I'm going to say that a pass constitution check here is going to be good enough that you can keep running for long enough that you'll escape it. That eventually it will give up on you. Give me a D100.
Okay, poggers. Oh god, I'm encountering something else, aren't I?
90. You find yourself 900 feet into the forest, away from your backpack. It kept chasing you for a long time. That's almost a mile. That's like 2/3 of a mile, I think-ish. I think a mile is like 1,600 feet or something. I'm not sure. I actually don't know how long a mile is. Let me look that up. Can you look up how many feet to a mile? I have no idea, actually.
I think it's like 8,000 or something, right?
What? It is? I thought it was like 1,600 or something. I fully admit I don't know this part of fantasy measurements.
5,280.
Okay, it's like a fifth of a mile then. That's actually way less than I thought. Okay. Yeah, 900 feet.
Yeah.
That translates to roughly 300 meters, 400 meters, something like that. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not that far.
That's not that far. Okay, cool. That's
not that crazy.
Cool. Well done. We're gonna very quickly go back to the other music, please, as it retreats back into the earth.
Okay, but
What do you do?
I guess
Your
then that
bed.
this it's probably, despite being purely water, I guess it probably wasn't that tight to the lake. It just simply gave up.
Probably.
Maybe, who knows?
Who knows?
Uh, I'm gonna try to at a safe distance, kind of follow the snake back to the lake, and if it like makes any movement as like it's turning back around on me, I'm gonna book it again.
You get maybe 200 feet closer again, and you see it slowly rise back out of its water, and you start booking it away again. It's guarding this area.
Well, that's annoying. Uh, uh, in that case, I suppose I'll try to wait for a bit, just wait for a bit, and like at a long distance, or like as I guess not, I can't be too far away because it's dark, but I try to keep a safe distance, but still like able to see the snake.
Yeah, yeah. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Let's see, what are your proficiencies again? Swimming, local history, directions, and swishing hunting. Okay. Give me a wisdom check at like a -4. Yeah, that's not gonna
Damn.
work. Never mind. Figure it out yourself.
Figure what out myself.
Everything. The world. Your problems.
Okay. Well, as I said, like I'm basically just gonna try to wait out to see if the snake goes back into the lake or something.
You can't really see. Because most of the time the snake is like underground. You know, as just like a
Okay.
wetness.
Yeah.
And if you were to get really close and look really closely, you can probably find where the earth is wet, and that's probably where the snake is. But like you find a place where the snake has been a while ago, and that earth very quickly dries up, you know? But it's just
Okay.
this like moistness in the earth that darkens the ground where the snake is, and nothing more. And at night, that's really hard to see.
Right. Well, in that case, I'm gonna again. I'm probably gonna have a hard time seeing, but in that case, I'm gonna probably try to wait out the night in a location. Yeah, in the forest, preferably up in a tree if I can find a location like that. But uh,
Sure.
without having a rope or anything, it's probably gonna be hard to find a tree that's
That's both
safe enough to
climbable
sleep
and
in.
sleepable. Yeah.
Yeah.
What can you give me for that? Give me a wisdom check, just a regular one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. You pass. You find a tree that you can climb up and you can sleep in.
Yeah. All
No
right.
problem. Even if I were to put some negatives to that, that's a good enough roll. You'd pass no matter what.
All right.
Cool. Yeah, you climb up and you spend the night.
Yeah.
I, however, will be a little bit of a meanie here and say that sleeping in a tree is not extremely good rest.
Yeah. I
And
figured.
So, no HP tonight. No spell learning in the morning.
Yeah. I figured.
Yeah.
I don't have any food on me either, so I can't actually do my morning ritual
Nope.
or spell learning.
Nope.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a conundrum, this.
Yeah. Goddamn lake.
Fucking lake.
I tried to diversify my my rations and
Yeah.
immediately punished.
Yeah. Well done. Morning comes.
Yeah, morning comes. With some daylight on my side, I am going to once again try to get my backpack back.
Yep. You slowly crawl closer, making sure that nothing swings out. You're on a high alert. And crawling back, step by step, towards your backpack. It's there. It's wet.
Untouched?
It's wet.
It's wet.
But otherwise untouched.
Alright. Well, I guess I'll look through the backpack.
Do you have anything in your
anything is
backpack
missing
that
or
is prone
broken.
to water damage?
Not really actually. I have the backpack. I have water skin, bedroll, flint and steel, mess kit, hemp rope, and rations.
Sounds
So
fine.
not really. I guess the rations.
Imagine
It would
someone
be
were
the
to
rations
walk
in
up
that
to your
case, but-
backpack with like a bucket of water and just dredge it like 5 hours ago. That's the vibe. If everything is mostly fine, I don't
Yeah.
think the rashes get hurt by that. I think they're maybe a little bit less tasty in the morning. That's about it.
Yeah. Like, I probably like need to find like new leaves to repackage it, but
Yeah.
other than that, should be fine.
Takes a little bit of time.
Even the flint and steel, like they're not matches, so they're like,
Yeah.
they're fine when I.
Cool. No matchsticks in there. Excellent.
All right. Well, I eat breakfast,
Mm-hmm.
and I try to scout out a good fishing place. Not here though,
Yeah.
because snake.
Are we moving up towards the river maybe, or?
Uh, I was at the river before. I did cross the river before when I
Yes.
visited the witch. How like fast is it? Like how?
Not very fast.
Yeah.
Not at all. It is a
Okay, so
slow-moving river. It's just wide as fuck. That's the main thing.
So I could like wade through it, no problem. Or
It's deep at some points. You'd probably be head below water
Yeah, yeah,
somewhere. You
but-
could swim through it, no problem.
yeah,
though,
but in where I'm
Oh yeah,
where
if
it's
you're not
shallow enough.
if you're not
Yeah.
crossing the whole thing, then yeah, you can wade for the sides of it, no issue.
Okay. In that case, I would probably move up towards the river then.
Yeah. What distance is that?
'Cause- I mean, I wouldn't move up. I wouldn't necessarily move the entire way. I'm just moving in that direction to try to find a good fishing spot. You know?
Okay, cool.
So I'm probably looking the shoreline as I'm going, like to see if like, do I see any fish activity
Yeah.
as well?
Give me like a give me a D100. I think that's fine here. Yeah, you end up
It's,
moving a little bit more than halfway up towards the river, you know? It's maybe 3 or 4 miles-ish. Yeah, that's about right. And as you do, you get to like a point that is a little bit more rocky, you know? There just happens to be much fewer water plants here. You see some rocky parts going out a little bit. You sense that, okay, I can probably walk out at least, you know, a couple 10 meters or so out into the water here before it gets unwieldy.
But do I see any like fishes in the water?
It's very difficult to see here because it's still a very dark lake. You definitely
Yeah,
see
but, like,
some movement, but it's difficult to see like, okay, yeah, there's definitely like a fish over there. The way that it is in
Yeah.
a more clear river. The river is definitely easier to fish in, but, you know.
All right. I guess I would probably go up into the actual river then,
Okay, sure.
all the way up to it.
Yeah, travel the rest of the distance till you get to like the beginning of the river. You get to the river, and yeah, the water. As soon as you get out of like the lake parts, the water very quickly loses opacity. You know, it becomes much more see-through, much easier to work with, a much more rocky bottom that is easier to, you know, reflects light much better, so it comes back up again. Than the
Yeah.
muddy sense of this the lake.
Yeah.
And as you're here, you sense that this is very similar to your homeland. Like, this is where you learn how to fish. This is the same kind of habitat. This is like fishing just north of the of Lake Gladys. This is doable.
All right. In that case, I will put my backpack and shield down, and take off my boots and socks. I guess if I have those two, pull up my pants to like, I don't know, like somewhere at the thighs.
Yeah.
far up as I can, and yeah, start wading. Obviously, if I see fish, when I see fish,
Yeah.
is when I start wading.
Okay. How does the
Yeah, try to
fishing
do some spear
mechanic
fishing.
work then?
That is a good question that I need to look up.
Yes, I'm looking up something else in the meantime. So you look that up.
Where do I find that?
That would be in Player's Handbook, Chapter 5, Proficiencies, and then Proficiency Descriptions, and then Fishing.
Is it on the worm?
Yeah, Worm, Player's Handbook, Chapter 5.
Yeah. I guess we're there. Okay. So it says each hour the character is fishing or spent fishing, roll a proficiency check. If the roll failed, no fish caught. Otherwise, a hook and line or a spear will land a fish equal to the difference between the die roll and the character's wisdom score. A net will catch 3 times as many.
So wait, what would that be for you?
What will it be? This proficiency?
Yeah, what would be the fish reward? How does that math out for you?
Depends what I roll.
Okay. Oh, right. I get it now. Yeah. I had to think a little bit.
When it says it would equal the difference between the die roll and the character's wisdom score, would that be my actual wisdom score, or would that be the wisdom -1 that's like for the check?
That would be your actual wisdom.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess roll a wisdom check at -1 and see if you succeed.
Yeah.
Does it say anything about time constraints here? That's what I'm mostly interested in.
It says per hour. Each hour.
Okay, yeah. Caught
I
that
roll
hour, yeah.
one per hour.
Okay, yeah. So it's twice the length of our hunting things. That makes me think we should maybe nerf the hunting. Because I made up the half an hour for hunting. Because that one didn't say any time constraints. Yeah, I made it up because I didn't find any time constraints. And I feel like we can maybe use the same as fishing then.
Yeah, sure. We can do that. We can nerf it to an hour. That's fine.
I feel like hunting has been a little bit powerful anyway. I've been thinking about this, so...
Yeah, I can agree with that. We can nerf it.
Sure, we nerf it to an hour. Great.
Alright, but we fish.
That's a
9.
pass.
That's a pass.
Okay, so...
So, I guess I catch 5 fish?
I think so. Yeah, because you have 14 wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you spend an hour fishing. You catch 5 fish. Let me look up how many hit die a fish is.
How many hit die?
It's important for our ration system, man.
For the rations, yeah.
Like, how much food is 5 fishes? Like, depending on what kind of fish you're catching, that's very much, like, up in the air, right?
Yeah.
Like, Japanese river fish, you need, like, 4 of those for a meal. But if it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, duh, that's like 2 days of food. A pike.
Yeah.
So we gotta go to my favorite page in all of the Monsters Manual. Have I shown you my favorite page before? Oh, it's so good.
Maybe?
A, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay, yeah, before G. I have to remember the alphabet to find things in this fucking book. Here. It's my favorite thing because, like, remember, this book was big in, like, the 80s and 90s when the satanic panic was still going on and parents thought that D&D was how the devil came into your children's life, you know? And I just like the image of a very Christian American parent walking in on their child playing D&D and looking in their book for demons and just opening up the page that says fish, frog.
Oh yeah, you have shown me this. You have shown me this.
It's the best page, man. It's so good.
Yay.
Fish, frog. Give me like a D10 for like a general vibe of the size of fish you catch.
Okay.
I don't have any strict rules for it. I'm just gonna vibe it out. That's a pretty...
A 9.
Yeah, I imagined that high was good here, so...
Big fish.
Yeah, it's pretty good fish. Of course, they're not all gonna be big, but you know, they can be generally pretty good. Yeah, see, a pike is 4 hit die, man. Like...
Whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's crazy.
They're not that big.
Well, it does say pike, comma, giant, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
But let's say you catch a mixture of 2 hit die and 1 hit die fish. I think that's fair for your roll.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna roll. You caught 5 fish, right?
Yeah.
I'll just roll hit die for it here. You get... Ooh, that's a pretty bad roll. With your 5 fish... I think I'm gonna have to nerf the roll a little bit anyway. It still doesn't make sense in my head. I can't roll it with the full hit die. They're just not bulky enough, you know? Fish. Even with the...
Yeah.
I think I just half the result and you'll get 6 rations from 5 fish. So that's food for 1 day more.
Yeah, that's pretty...
Yeah, you rolled a 9, man. Like, that's... You caught the bigger
Yeah.
scale of fish here, so I'm still gonna be somewhat nice to you.
Yeah. That's
So,
pretty good.
I mean, that shows. I
Pretty
rolled
good.
a 12, you know? I can't give you 2 weeks of food for 5 fish. That... I can't
Yeah,
do
no,
that.
that's...
Sounds like I have to
Yeah.
nerf it. If it was 5
so 6.
boars, you know, that could be 12 days of food, no problem.
5 boars would be like an entire year, right?
Yeah.
Those
I mean,
things...
5 boars would be 3 times 5. It would be 15 d8s worth of food, days of food, by our system, which I think makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool.
Alright, so you said 6, right?
Yes, 6 days of food for 5 fishes.
Okay.
Those are pretty big fishes.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm gonna spend another hour fishing. That's some good fishing luck.
Yeah, do it. We're gonna keep the D10 roll though for vibing out. I like that mechanic.
Alright, sure. That's good for me, because it's a good roll.
Yeah. That's still...
13,
That's a critical success.
That's a crit success, but in this case, isn't that bad? Because that's only like 1 fish still.
Yeah, that is only 1 fish. Yeah, that is bad. Yeah, critical success doesn't work in this system. There is no critical succeeding.
Yeah.
Haha! Fuck you.
Yeah. It's a really good fish, maybe. Tasty
let's
fish.
say that it's a critical success in that it's a really good fish. I'll allow it. I'll say that it's an automatic 10, you know?
Yeah.
On the D10. And the reason you only get 1 fish is because you focus in on this big ass fish, you know? You
Yeah.
really spend time on it. You struggle with it. It takes several spear shots to really get it, you know? It's
Yeah.
that's why it takes so long. So I'll give you a full This one fish is 3 days worth of food.
Oh my god, damn.
It's a big ass fish.
Alright, well now I have 11 rations. So that should be fine for now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat this fish for lunch.
Okay, eat it.
I'm gonna set up yeah, I think maybe, yeah, I'm not sure if it's lunch yet, but it's probably gonna take some time anyway. Cause I'm gonna like I'm gonna smoke these fish as best as I can and start a fire. And that's gonna take probably a few hours.
How much
anyways.
food do we have in total now?
11 days rations, as I said.
Right,
That's
but you had
total.
some food before as well, right?
Yeah, only 2 days. I got 9 from this.
Okay,
fishing.
okay, yeah, that's the math. Okay, so you have 44 pounds of meat in your bag?
Yeah, I guess I do.
That's like 22 kilograms, man.
Yeah, I guess I do.
You got a huge ass backpack.
That's true. Actually, what
What
is
is
my
your
total weight
encumbrance
right
at
now?
with this much food?
Yeah, wait.
I mean, you eat one ration today, so you end up with 40 pounds in your bag, but...
Yeah, I am. That is 118.4. So it's just above half. Just above half weight. Although with one remove, that is just below half.
Okay.
It is half a pound below the half.
Riodon is like, this is impossible to carry. Eats 1 pound of food. This is much easier now.
Yeah.
It's the fucking Frozen Frontier situation where the wizard has a backpack, takes out the signal whistle, throws it ahead of him like, I can walk now, puts the signal whistle in the backpack. It's impossible to walk. I literally am stuck in place.
Yep, the juggling.
The juggling. Do you have an
Yeah.
orange feather? This solves everything.
I don't, unfortunately.
Nah, it was just what he did in that campaign.
Okay, so yeah,
Excellent.
I set up a camp where
Yep.
where I find a good or as good of a campsite as I can. Set up camp, started like a smoking fish party or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
And the part of the fish that I struggled for, I'm gonna like not smoke and instead just like grill over the fire and eat that for lunch at the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you've been fishing.
I've been fishing.
And as you've been fishing, I assume that, your boots are wet now. Or maybe you left them on ground.
No, my boots were. Yeah, I was barefoot. I said
yeah,
that.
Yeah, great. So you come back, you start your fire. You get everything going. You make the one ration worth of food for lunch today, And
Yeah.
I think it's during this, just as you finished eating for the day, You go to put your boots back on. And I
Is something gonna be in the boots?
I want this price check. I want a D10.
Would it make sense for Riodon to like check for those kind of things before putting on the boots?
I think that you have a bonus to your surprise from high perception that justifies this. So just don't roll a 1 or a 2. It's real simple. Just don't roll a 1 or a 2.
Sure. God damn it! I rolled a 1.
Riodon normally always checks his boots, but you've just been fishing, you've had such a great success, you're exhausted after the 1 hour with the one fish that you were wearing down, the big one, and then you've been descaling it, you've been deboning it, you've been working, and it just, it wore you out. And as you put your foot down into your boot, you forget to look inside of it. And so, with a great bonus to hit, a fantastic bonus to hit for being literally stuck in a boot with you in putting your foot down into it, your
Am I gonna get
barefoot
poisoned and
foot.
die from this?
with no bonus from dex, no bonus from armor, no bonus from shield, just a flat 10 AC on you right now. And a bonus to hit of at least +4 for this situation, you know. The simple, small snake that's in there.
There's a snake in my boot.
There's a snake in your boot. Lashes out.
Oh my god.
With a normally a +1 to hit, so it's going to be a +5 to hit in this situation. Just needs to roll above a 5 or higher on the d20. You know, it's got this. I believe in my snake. I think he's
hard punish for thinking about not getting hypothermia.
Oh my god.
Never mind, dice gods are on my side.
Well done. Dice gods may be on your side, but we'll see how long that lasts. You pull your foot out of the boot as the snake fails to land its teeth inside of your skin. But now the snake slithers out of your boot and hisses towards you. As it is in defensive situation, you've scared it, you know. It found a new home. It was so cozy in there. It was wonderful. And now you've spooked it, and it's defensive, and it hisses at you. Roll me initiative. Your spear is on the ground a little bit away.
I mean, I'm gonna give the snake space, because logically the snake should not go after me if I'm backing off.
Yeah, just beat it in
we'll
initiative,
see.
man. The snake, which is a small creature, goes at +3. I'm just gonna roll a resistance. That's more fun. Oh, the dice gods. They're on your side.
Gods.
You back off. Give me a charisma check.
Charisma check.
Yeah, that's a pass.
7.
You back off. You try your best to make yourself non-threatening. You try to, you know, affect the reaction of the snake a little bit. And as you do, the snake's reaction reduces from threatened or threatening to neutral. And it just slowly slithers away, giving you space. And leaving your boot safe to put on. And we end another combat encounter.
Let's go.
Let's go. My snakes today, man, they're just not very good at fighting. You keep getting away from them.
Keep getting away with it.
You know, at least this snake was made of flesh and blood, you know, and not water.
Yeah. Alright. I feel like Riodon probably would have put his boot on earlier than this. Not walk around barefoot for several hours, but
you know, maybe this happens earlier.
It
maybe this happens later. It's over. Everything's a little bit in the fog of roleplay. You know, when does this happen? Before you eat? While you eat? Who knows? It just happens whenever you go to get your boot.
Yeah.
That boot was on the ground for 2 hours. It had ample opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is an encounter that I've stolen directly from Koibu, by the way. It's a great encounter. I love the snake in the boots.
Note for future self. Always specify that you inspect a piece of clothing before you're putting it on.
You know, after this happened in Tombs of Scoria, Koibu's campaign, where this encounter happened, they also said the same thing, and it lasted for 10 sessions. Until they started forgetting again. And then he ran the encounter again. Because he's an asshole. I don't know. I love the snake in the boot encounter. It's a D&D classic. Gotta do it every now and then. Just to keep players on their toes. Literally. Maybe bite players on their toes.
I bet I would have died from that, because snake venom.
It's possible.
I bet that was a.
I had a
Bet that was
very
like
good
a.
die roll there. I just needed to fucking roll not a 1, 2, 3, or a 4 on a d20. And I couldn't.
Nope.
Like, what gives?
The dice gods.
The dice gods.
They
man.
want Riodon to live. They want to see the ants.
They want to see the ants. Well done. You have your food. You are alive. Is it time to go see the ants, or is it? Do you need more time? What do you think?
Nah, probably gonna be a few more days. I think it's time we start heading back and maybe do some terrorism on the farms again, or at least check what the current situation is over there.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you head back. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. What's the distance? Measure it out for me. You can measure it with your thing. Yeah.
12 miles.
Yeah, you've already gone 6. Yeah, you can do this in the same day. No problem. You'll get there towards the the early afternoon, late afternoonish.
Yeah.
Mid-afternoon. Cool. Do you head along the lakeside, or do you like travel more, in the middle of the forest?
I mean, I would probably head the lakeside for a while, but I would probably take the shortest path possible if I'm able to.
Yeah.
Especially like my experiences so far haven't been great with the lake. So
Nope. Lake has been mean to you. Now, is that me as a DM trying to clue you in to like, the lake is dangerous, or is it just the variance of encounter checks that happen? Who knows? When is it the DM? When is it the dice gods? You'll never know.
Who knows, indeed.
Who knows?
Okay, so the lesson I've learned today is fishing gets you a lot of food if you do it, but it's also very, very dangerous.
Yes.
Somehow it's more dangerous than trying to hunt.
Mm-hmm. And is Riodon the type to have a single day's experience of like, it's like this, and be like, it's always like this? Or is Riodon the type to be like, damn, today was crazy, but next time I fish will be better,
I'm
Is
not sure.
How
I mean,
quickly does Riodon make up his mind of what things are like?
I think for this case specifically, especially with like the ominous feeling yesterday, and then also the water snake encounter after that.
Yeah.
It's probably his attitude is probably that the lake is more dangerous than the forest.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least that like maybe not necessarily more dangerous, but he can handle the forest better, at least.
Yeah.
Although the river part might be decent, because I mean that was good fish. So
Yeah.
only encountered there was a snake in the boot, and that's just a normal snake, not a water elemental snake.
Yep.
So probably stay away from the lake, but river probably could be a decent place to return to.
Yeah, probably. Who knows? Well done. You get closer to these farms. As you do, give me a perception check.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do any terrorism today because I'm still injured and I don't have any second tier spell today. But yeah, we're gonna inspect the work. I didn't actually really get to inspect much last time. I had to run away.
Yeah.
10. That passes.
I'm just trying to find space to write snake in boots
Snake in boots.
on the calendar. I wrote back to farms after that, and because I'm writing so small, it was impossible to see that it didn't say back to furs. And I was like, what the fuck? This is not what's going on. Okay. Yeah, 10 is a pass, though. That's a good perception check. Yeah. You're coming back down to these farms, right? And as you do, and you're approaching, you're still in the edge of the forest when you get a sensation that you should probably duck down a little bit and keep hidden, because out on the farms, talking... Wait, which farm did you go to? The one you burnt down, or...?
I guess probably the cow one, because
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
where I did the biggest terrorism.
Yeah, the cow one where you burnt down the house and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
The barn.
And then murdered 10 men.
Yes, and then murdered 10 men by the flower.
Yeah.
You get close here. And as you're on the edge of the forest, again, you get the feeling that, like, they probably haven't spotted you, but you need to make sure that they don't spot you from this point onwards, you know? Because in pretty open view, just standing on the middle of the farm, talking to what you assume are some people who probably live here. They look like commoners, farmers. They look depressed, sad. Stands a very tall, older man. He has this pretty long hair, but it's not as long as like your hair, but like it stops at the shoulders pretty much, in a very straight cut at a certain height. He has a short beard that looks more like he just doesn't shave that often than that he's trying to keep a beard on purpose. He has a very clean, well-washed chainmail and a little bit of a side cape, you know, that covers one of his shoulders. On his back, he has a very large two-handed sword. A montante, if you know exactly what kind of sword I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't seem to have a shield on him of any sort, but his chainmail includes both sleeves and knee protections. He has a helmet under one of his arms that he isn't wearing right now. And he looks very well-dressed and well-equipped, you know?
Yeah.
Around on the farm are some people who also don't look like farmers. There's 3 of them. They definitely look less well dressed up than this guy is. One of them is carrying a lot of burden. Big backpack with a lot of gear in it. 2 other ones seem to be inspecting, looking around the fire damage, looking around the farm, looking at footprints in the ground. And they seem to be talking.
The soldiers before, did they have any kind of uniform?
Yeah,
were
they
just
all
wearing?
looked very similarly geared. It's not like a super distinct uniform, but it definitely seems that, like, okay, wherever they were from has some kind of standard supplier for basic bitch guard / soldier uniform, right? And these people look much more individually geared out that you're seeing right now.
So I guess these might be. I'm getting the feeling that these are like adventurers.
Possible.
Could be some kind of paladin or cleric as well. But you kind of made it sound like that with the outfit. But at the same time, the one with the gear carrying and stuff, that sounded like it could be some kind of mercenary group or whatever.
Possible.
So all right, that's what's happening here. I wanna move on and go to the take a look at the farm that I haven't actually terrorized, the one that's closer to the lake.
Yeah. You cut off back into the forest. You move a little bit further south, back to where the river meets the lake. This was the farm with the house that was pretty far away towards the river, right?
Yeah, the boathouse question mark.
Yeah, something like that, right? And you get there, and you don't see anyone around. You don't see any animals either. It looks abandoned, at least for now.
I see. And then finally, I'm gonna circle back and go to the sheep place, which I assume I'm there. I probably killed several of the residents there too, so that one's probably gonna be abandoned too in that case. But I'll take a look at it.
You get back there. At that point, it's gonna be towards the end of the day, you know?
Yeah. This is
'Cause
meant
you're-
to be like end of day
Yeah,
activity,
yeah,
anyways.
for sure. Yes, you look at it, and it also looks quite abandoned. You don't see anyone
On
here.
the burnt down place, were there only those people? Were there? Did I not see any like farmhands or
Nope.
the?
It was
No
like
one. Okay.
it was like one or two people who seemed like commoners, maybe farmers, but like they don't look like farm hands. They look like maybe they are the people who own this farm. And then you saw the well-dressed armored guy who was a little bit older, and the three younger, less armored, but one carrying a whole bunch of stuff and two people investigating.
Yeah. All right. All right. Yeah. So I guess in that case, after that, I'm gonna head back into the forest a bit and try to find a good and as safe of a sleeping place as I can for tonight.
And as you head back in there, why don't you give me another D10?
Another D10. A 6.
6. Yeah. You're walking around. You're trying to find a good sleeping place. You're a little bit back into the forest. And as you are, you spot sticking its head out from behind a tree trunk. A little bit off from you. Maybe 20, 30 feet off. Having gotten somewhat close. The head of a goblin is looking at you.
Go.
Goblin. What do you do?
When I see the goblin, I think I'll just. I guess I'll look around to see if I see any other goblins.
Sure, give me a perception check.
Uh, 9.
A 9 on the perception check. Yes. Yeah, you look around and you don't see exactly where the goblins are, but you see some movement in all directions. There's maybe 3 of them, not fewer than 3, not more than 6 around here, that seem to have somewhat surrounded you.
That can't be great.
It's getting darker. It's just looking at you. But at this point, when the goblin head sticks out, you get the feeling that it wants you to see it. Eventually it steps out. It has a stone spear in one hand that it very lightly goes, ha, ha, ugaba, wah, ha, 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 ha. It takes a few steps towards you, a few steps back.
So you said they were. I saw movement that as if they were trying to surround me.
Yeah.
Uh,
You don't know if there's 2 behind you, if there's 5 behind you. It's difficult to see, but there are some behind you.
but there don't seem to be any in front of me, right?
It's the one.
It's the one. In that case, I am gonna.
What do you do?
In that case, I am going to. Honestly, I think I'm gonna like kind of like charge towards it and like try to stab it and do like a drive-by stab or something.
Tell me more about this. So do you put like do you do this with all your stuff on, or do you like put it down and put your shield up and then charge it, or is it more like sudden? Like I just run
I
from the
do.
backpack and charge it with a
Yeah,
spear, but leave my
yeah.
shield.
I basically just run immediately at it because
Okay.
if they're trying to surround me, it kind of looks like this goblin is trying to make me move backwards, like into some kind of like almost trap. So I'm basically just gonna try to like break the line immediately.
Okay, with all your stuff, just like run forward. Remember your combat penalties in
Yeah.
fighting them.
Yeah. Let's see. What are my what is for encumbrance? Oh yeah, I guess I do have -1 to hit right now because I am just above the encumbrance.
Yes. And if you want to drop your backpack while your shield is on, that's like a 2-round action because then you have to take your shield off.
I'm not doing that because I want to like get out of this place and I don't want to have to like drop my backpack for that.
So you're keeping it on?
I'm gonna try to do that. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna try to do that.
Let's roll initiative.
I guess like essentially I'm gonna like charge towards it if it tries to if it stands its ground, I'm just gonna like try to stab it. But if it tries to dodge out of the way or something, I'm just gonna run past it.
Yep.
Uh,
I need
this might be bad, depending on how many goblins there are.
Might be. It's a tough situation.
Alright, so I'm rolling initiative.
Yes. I think I have the perfect track for this, don't I? Where is it? Come on, where are you?
Worst initiative roll.
Where is Goblin Ambush?
Oh my god.
I have a song called Goblin Ambush. I don't have it? I haven't downloaded Goblin Ambush onto this. I'm such a scrub. I'm the worst DM ever. We do Rat Battle instead then. Okay. Well then, you charge at it.
Right. If I'm doing how far away am I?
More than 20 feet. You can do a mechanical charge if you want.
Yeah, I was thinking that. What does a mechanical charge do again?
That is in. Let's open up the worm, shall we?
Yeah.
I have already decided the goblins.
Combat and tactics.
So. Yeah, I think it's combat and tactics, and then it's like
combat options.
Yes.
Attack options maybe.
And then charge.
Charge.
I don't see it.
Is battle tactics?
It could be just in the player's handbook. I think this might be like base game. Combat. The attack roll. Combat encounters, combat round, combat sequence.
Well, again, how much movement does 12 mean that I have right now?
120 feet, which is half if you're attacking.
Yeah, okay. So I guess I only have 30 movement then if I'm attacking.
Yes.
Because I have half movement.
Yep.
Is that enough to reach the goblin?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure charging is... Yeah, it's in Player's Handbook, Chapter 9, Combat, and then the chapter called Movement in Combat. And then it's something called Charging an Opponent.
Okay, yeah, there.
So let's say you have 30, because you have halved, right? And then it says increase the character's movement rate by 50%. So you get 45.
Yeah.
And enables the character to make an attack at the end of his movement. A charging character gains a +2 bonus to attack roll, mainly from momentum. Certain weapons such as lances, you don't have certain weapons like that. However, charging gives the opponent several advantages. First, they gain a -2 bonus to their initiative roll. Second, charging characters gain no dexterity bonuses from armor class, so that's -1 for you. And thus suffer a penalty of...
No, I don't have any dex. I don't have any dex.
Oh, you don't have any dex
bonus.
bonuses? Then how
it's
are
just
you
from
at
armor and
17
my shield.
AC? Because
I have 4 from armor and 3 from shield.
Oh, you have big shield. Right. You have 3 from shield. Because you have shield.
I'm medium shield. I have medium shield.
How is it free?
Yeah.
We'll think about that after a second. I'll read
it said that it is.
Yeah, I need to look that up. I have no idea. Because I looked at armor earlier today and I was like, hide plus shield is 15. And then you have a bigger shield, which I was like, that might make it 16. And then I was like, he must have one from Dex.
I have full hide armor and a wooden medium shield.
I need to look at the shields later. Shields in 2E are weird. Anyway, let's just keep using it the way we have been for now. But okay, you don't have one from Dex, but you still lose 1 AC from just the general AC penalty. So you go to 16 AC.
Yeah.
Finally, if the spender is using a spear or a pollen weapon and sets it against a charge, bracing the butt against a stone or his foot, he inflicts double damage on a successful hit. So this is
which the goblin has, so it could be dangerous.
This is exactly what the goblin is doing. Yes.
Yeah.
This is what the goblin was exactly trying to goat you into doing. The goblin was setting this up. And so
that was it? Okay.
Yep. The goblin was goading you to charge it, and you bit hook, line, and sinker.
I guess that makes sense too.
Yep.
But alright, sure, we're doing that. Since I already said I was doing that.
Exactly. I was already deciding all these goblins' first turn way back there in setup. So, you charge at it. It beats you in initiative, and it takes the hold the ground option in combat, which basically means that it gets an opportunity to attack when you enter its area, instead of like when you leave it for this turn. You know?
Yeah.
That's the hold ground combat option, standard 2E stuff. And so when you run in, it's going to try to opportunity attack you with a spear set to receive charge before you get your attack off.
Yeah.
So, we roll D20. Now, goblins do not have a great chance to hit. In fact, they have +0 to hit. So, in this case, it just has to roll +0 to hit. And against your 16 AC.
Yeah.
Double damage on hit though. Which, if it crits, it can't crit. It literally cannot crit. But if it could crit, would be 4 dice. So that's pretty cool.
That would be dangerous.
But it is impossible for this thing to crit. So let's set it up so that the recording will catch the roll, and then we roll. Ooh, let's go.
It hit. Oh, ouch.
It hits.
Ouch. This is gonna hurt.
Oh, yes. Yes,
this is gonna hurt. Ouch.
That is 2d6 damage from this stone shitty spear.
I could die from this, actually. I could straight up die from this.
You could, but you probably won't, because that was not fantastic damage.
I did not.
Yeah.
Okay.
You take 4 damage.
That's still a lot of damage, though.
Yes, as the goblin braces its spear against its foot and sinks it right into your knee, cutting the side of it open. You've charged into it, but now it is your attack roll.
Is this how Riodon dies to a goblin ambush?
It
might be.
Your turn to attack now.
Yeah. I have +1. So I have -1 from weight, but I have a +2 from charge.
Yes.
Oh!
Oh!
20. Is that a crit?
That is... I think so. I can't imagine anything else. Yeah. Yeah, goblins have terrible AC. That is absolutely a crit.
Alright, so I do 2d6 back.
Yes, you do. I need to roll HP for this fucking goblin.
I rolled mid. 1 bad, 1 good.
You roll 6 damage. And the goblin dies as you spear it right through the head. And it just absolutely is just stuck on your spear. You pull the spear out. The goblin's head has a giant hole in it. There's no face left to be found. It's just giga dead.
Yeah.
And let's roll initiative. I have played the other goblin's turn out. You haven't seen him yet. But they've all had a turn.
Okay, yeah. So I want to like... Can I glance back and before I roll my initiative to see if, or does that have to be part of my action?
I'll give you I give you another +3 penalty to your initiative.
If I want to glance back, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess.
Or if you want to just do that and do movement, you can do that and movement. But if you want to have a chance to attack this turn, I'll give you a
I was
penalty.
thinking of looking back and like casting entangle behind myself. But I guess, by the way, the speed moves I get from forest, that's only out of combat speed, I assume.
The speed boost from what?
From being in forest.
Yes, that's an out of combat thing.
Yeah.
That allows you to move at normal movement speed, you know?
Yeah.
It doesn't give you bonuses.
Yeah. Okay, actually, yeah. You know what, fuck it. I'm just gonna like cast entangle behind myself.
Okay, cool. Cast it.
Blind, I guess.
Yep.
So that's entangle. What is the initiative of entangle?
It's like a 2 or 3,
It
right?
is 4. 4.
Okay. Oh, goblins.
Damn, I rolled badly.
You still beat them in initiative.
All of them?
Yeah. I rolled them as a group.
Okay.
It makes more sense in this combat, I think.
Okay.
I rolled the goblins as a group, and I rolled max initiative, so...
Okay.
It's bad. Yeah, cast entangle.
I assume there's a lot of them then, if you do that.
You don't see any.
No.
You just cast it behind you.
But yeah. So, yeah, so that's 40-foot cube.
Do you cast it like right from your feet forward, or do you cast it like a bit away?
Right from my feet forward. I want to like basically cut off the...
Yeah.
I want to put as much between me and them as possible, essentially.
Great. And then you can only take a 5-foot step casting a spell because it's a no-move action.
Yeah, I mean, I take the 5-foot step in the direction that I'm planning on running away to,
Yeah,
I guess.
Excellent. Okay, let's roll initiative. You have still not seen any goblins.
Alright, well, I'm moving away as far as I can.
Okay, roll me in with +3 to go 60 feet.
God damn! Max roll again.
Yes. Okay. Player's handbook. Okay. An arrow flies out of a bush towards you. And that one. Never mind, an arrow does not fly out towards a bush. You hear a loud snapping sound from a bush.
Okay.
However,
Buggers.
another goblin also tries.
Oh my god.
You hear another loud snapping sound from a bush, as I will re-roll this fucking morale check. With modifiers. Yeah, no,
Dude,
they're not passing it this time.
The dice gods really want to see how the ant thing goes.
Riodon runs away. The encounter ends.
Braves the Riodon runs away.
God, my monsters today, man. It's not my day. It is not my day. I feel like I'm playing William or Lucius, you know? It's terrible.
The tables have turned.
How the turns have tabled. Oh god. In Soviet Russia, encounter loses to you. Oh, Riodon runs away, safe at last. Man, I thought that encounter had a really fun battle plan and a really like interactive way that it could play out, and none of my plans got any fruition. The goblins got absolutely fucking owned. One of them is dead as fuck.
Let's go.
They did more damage than the snakes, at least.
They did do that
Yep.
because they did damage.
They did
Period.
damage at all. Oh god. Riodon eventually finds a safer place to sleep for the night.
Let's go.
And while you sleep, you are unaccosted. My favorite word.
Let's
And
go.
in the morning, you have gained an HP back. And you can
And now
dispel
I'm
it.
also not encumbered anymore because now I have, my weight is 114.4,
Let's go.
and 115 is the threshold.
Let's go. Oh. You're just
All
not
right,
encumbered
so
at all anymore?
no, I'm still a 1/3, but I'm
Yeah,
not I'm not
Not
half
half.
move -1 hit anymore.
Yeah. Let's go. Okay. This is spell
All right,
learning.
so my spells, I'm doing decently standard. I'm doing a produced flame for my tier 2.
Yep.
And then I'm doing entangle and 2 cure light wounds.
Okay.
And the first thing I do after that, after my morning routine, is cast cure light wounds on myself.
Okay. Do it.
D8 healing.
Oh, put your spell list in chat first. Or afterwards. I
Yeah.
guess.
5 healing.
Yeah.
I'm up to 11 HP. That is good enough. That's only
good.
1 HP down.
Yeah.
I'll save the other cure light wounds for later.
Cool.
So yeah, it's
Take out my pen so I can write in the calendar.
that's the list, and I already used 1 cure light wounds.
Yeah. Cool. I'm just deciding actions for some different players in the game right now.
Yeah.
So that is determined in advance, and I'm just like adapting to what you do. Because they don't know what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give them a die roll as well. Okay, no problem. Great. Well done. Riodon, what do you do in the morning?
I'm thinking actually of trying to go back to the whole contacting mountain people, mountain bandit thing.
Mm-hmm.
But for that, I think I actually want to try traveling at night to like travel. Yeah, past the rivers and the more open areas.
Yeah.
I don't really want to do that in broad daylight.
Mm-hmm.
So I think let's see, how far is this? Could I cover this distance in 1 day / 1 night?
That is grassland.
Yeah.
It's shorter grassland. It's pretty much farmland. Most of it.
These rivers, how
They're not
how did
very
I
big.
cross them again?
You
Yeah,
can cross
could I
them by wading through them or swimming through them. Like you'll
Yeah,
get
okay,
wet.
yeah.
It will slow you down, but it's not like a meaningful obstacle
Yeah, okay.
unless there's encounter checks in there, which is always possible.
Yeah.
Today really was the random encounter day, huh?
Yeah.
I think this really paints the picture of, you know, I was saying from the beginning of the campaign that Riodon was so fucking lucky with his encounter checks.
Yeah.
This should paint the picture of what this campaign could have been like. Let's see here. Where is my environment calculator? There it is. Clear farmland. Untraveled plains, grassland, heath. I think that's accurate. That puts you at a movement rate of 12 miles per day.
Yeah, so that would be 6, I guess, since I'm... No, not 6. Well, 2/3.
2/3 would put you at 8?
Yeah, 8.
Yeah,
Yeah,
8 in a day with your encumbrance.
Yeah, so that would be like all night, essentially.
Yeah.
To travel all night to travel into the southern hills.
And we also have a full day to play out before then.
Yeah, exactly.
Where you could rest during the day to try to help you not get as tired.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm probably gonna spend some time in the morning just like scouting out, trying to scout out like where I guess I have already scouted out this area, so I should be a little bit familiar with what would be the best path. But I guess I would basically like try to scout out and choose what the best starting point would be from the forest. And then
quickly,
just kind of...
if you're traveling towards the lake in general, and thinking back to your experience in this area, you get the feeling that probably, if you want to get to the southern parts of the high hills, like the vast hill land over there, it might be fastest to travel closer to the lake, so you only have to cross one river. It's a bigger river, but it's less stop-start, you know? And that might help you out a little bit.
It's further away from the hills, though.
It is further away from the hills. But in terms of obstacle courseness, that would be a little bit faster. That's the only vibe you're picking up from this. It might also be a slightly less people, because it's closer, it's further away from valleys. But you're not an expert on that. It does make you cross the road further away from the hills. Which means that running away from like a road patrol would be much more difficult. Because it would take longer before you can like flee to safety in the hills, you know?
Yeah, sure. But I'm also doing this at night, so I should be...
Again, I'm just giving you pros and cons, so you can weigh your options.
I guess I'll try that. I'll get to over here, and then for the rest of the day, I'll probably just like rest.
Yeah. Okay.
And try to maybe even get a bit more shut eye if I can. Although that might be hard, might not be sleepy. But yeah. And again, I'm trying to stay in the forest, so I'm not visible from the farms or anything, obviously.
Yeah.
Even though there weren't any people there last time, but yeah, you know.
Randomizing, yay. I love randomizing, yay.
Yay.
This table is hard to read. Wah.
Wang.
As you're relaxing, give me a perception check.
Random encounters.
No, perception check.
Oh, right. That was the wrong dice.
Yes. I did not ask you for an encounter check this time, actually. I asked you for a perception check.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That does. Yeah.
Yeah. You spot it.
I'm so used to rolling surprise checks.
I know, you're used to it. I know, but I was very specific. Because you're having an
Yeah.
encounter, but you're not having a combat encounter. You spot it. Riodon, the druid, is quite familiar with the movements of natural animals. And as you're laying on your back, you know, relaxing a little bit, trying to save as much energy as possible for your all-nighter, you look up into the sky. And there's a hawk that's flying around the forest. And you've seen hawks before.
Are they like between the trees?
Yeah, you look up between the trees and you can spot a hawk every now and then flying around there. And you're familiar with hawks. You've seen them every now and then, you know how they hunt, you know how they live. And there's just this uncanny feeling with this hawk. It's not flying completely naturally. You feel like it's repeating its paths too many times. It seems to come back at the wrong intervals. There's just something off about how this hawk is behaving. It doesn't do anything. You don't see where it lands eventually. And after a while it's gone, but it's strange. It's a strange hawk that you react to.
So meta-wise, this feels like it's some kind of ranger's companion. That's what I'm getting. Was that a thing in 2E? Or is that a thing in 2E? I would assume it is, but I'm not sure.
I'm not gonna answer.
Sure, fair enough.
I mean, every single player character can invest non-weapon proficiencies into animal training.
Yeah, okay, sure, I suppose. Yeah, it's a bit sus, I
don't
guess.
think you need to say that's meta-wise. If that's what you suspect, and that's probably what Riodon suspects. I mean, the idea of a trained hawk is not alien to Riodon.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, so basically, what I'm thinking is that it might be, if not like that, it could be some kind of it could even be like a familiar or something. But either way, it feels like something related to the people I noticed yesterday. At this point, it was yesterday, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Because I mean, if these people if these people have been sent to deal with me, it's safe to say that like more foresty people would probably be involved, at least one person, like a ranger or something. So yeah, I guess, yeah, when I guess after it disappears, I might try to to like move a bit. Maybe stay nearby still. Actually, because if I might try to stay nearby within viewing this, or like within, I don't know what to call it, like perception distance, viewing distance, spotting distance, whatever, of where I actually was resting. So basically, if someone comes here, looking for me, I want to try to spot them before they spot me, I guess. Although I guess if they probably won't just walk into this spot. They'll probably also be sneaky about it. But yeah, essentially get a bit away, try to stake out this location.
Okay. Sure. Now, you're not a thief, so there's not an excellent way to handle a hiding check. Bring up my good old.
Although, do I want to do that?
It's up to you.
Because what would I benefit from it?
Maybe
I'll
plenty of time to strategize here.
Yeah, maybe actually I'll just relocate completely, because if I do see these people, what am I gonna do? I don't think I'm actually gonna try to engage them in combat or anything, so it's not that much point to it. I guess it would be to confirm my suspicions, but it's more risk than it's worth.
Okay.
So I think I'll just relocate completely.
You relocate. That's fine. You spend some time walking to a different part of the forest. There's no issue. It's fine. The day passes. I'm gonna make some notes in my calendar about what happened. Great. Okay. Well done, Riodon. Night starts to come. Is the plan to travel like the moment it starts to get dark, or is the plan to like really wait for night before you travel?
Really wait for night. I want to reduce the chance of getting spotted here.
Yeah.
I want to move as stealthy as I can.
Now, if you were moving, very as stealthily as you possibly could, that's going to cut your movement rate, right?
Well, okay, I mean more like have as much cover at night as possible.
Okay, yeah.
I'll probably just like
still walk normally.
Walk normally, more or less.
Okay.
Because I mean, there's not gonna be, since I'm moving through open areas, there's not gonna be like anything to like stealth behind anyways. So.
Yeah. Cool. That's why, I mean, the less cover there is, the more your movement is cut by hiding, right?
Yeah.
You eventually have to just get down on your fucking belly.
I think for the first part, when I'm like moving a bit through the farm areas, I'm gonna cast, like when I leave the forest, I'm gonna cast invisibility to animals on myself.
Sure.
In case there's a dog or something, so it doesn't pick my scent.
That's cool.
And then try to like move through that area for a bit extra fast. Not like run, not like sprint, but fast walk, I guess.
Yeah. While you're invisible, you can be more careless.
Yeah.
For sure. That makes sense to me. Cool.
It don't last for like 14 minutes, I think, but yeah, it's something.
Yep. As you're invisible and you're going for this farm, you spot an encounter that you're going to dodge entirely. Because you're walking through like the place where the like the general lands of the farm that had the river/lake house, right?
Yeah, I'm not walking through like the actual like building.
No. I understand. You're walking through the farmland of them, right? Like you're going to go for an open area, but not by the buildings, absolutely. And what you see is in the distance, maybe like at the edge of your vision at night, you know, just barely, you see a shadow walk out of one of those buildings. It's a big hulking shadow, and with your druid familiarity, you're pretty sure that this is a black bear that's walking out of one of the buildings of this farm. And it has no reason to spot
Alright.
you. You're invisible to animals. Maybe it would have not cared about you anyway. That's probably pretty likely, but you do notice that there's a black bear leaving one of these farm buildings. And you continue on south. You
I
get to
guess
the
that
road.
probably means that they're just completely abandoned. Then,
Possible.
if there are wild animals raiding the place.
Very possible. You get south towards the road. It's completely barren. You cross it. And just like that, you're in the southern high hills.
Alright.
Excellent. You reach it just as morning starts to get close. It's still October. The sun rises a little bit later. So I think you're well into the hills. Like a mile into the hills by the time that the sun starts to peak up above the hills, rising from the east. Not only does it rise a little bit later, but you're also in the hills, right? So the sun's gonna be a little bit delayed as it has to rise past the heights. But you're there.
Yeah.
And you're tired.
Alright. Yeah. Yeah, on then, how tired am I at this point?
You took a whole day to rest and be still before this, with minimal activity. So you're not mechanically tired at all. But you get the feeling that if you, by the time that it's lunch or maybe the early afternoon today, you might start to get mechanically tired if you haven't gone to bed yet.
Okay, so I guess the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to find a place where I can sleep for a bit, but I obviously don't have an alarm, so I can't like decide how long I'm gonna sleep.
Nope.
But preferably I would want to like not try to sleep the whole day away, because I don't want to flip the 24 hours. But yeah,
D&D jet lag.
Yeah, but yeah, I'll try to sleep for a bit.
Yeah.
Take a nap.
I think it's quite natural when the sun is out, you know, that you probably can't sleep that well. And so it becomes
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
It becomes a shorter rest. Which means that you don't get an HP, you don't get a spell learning session in the morning, but you can sleep enough that you can have a normal day from a bit into it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. You go and you sleep. You find a safe-ish spot in the hills. You rest. Everything's fine. You wake up. It's morning. It's well past morning. Maybe
It's
around,
like almost noon, or
yeah. The sun's pretty high up in the sky.
yeah.
You look around.
All right.
And as you look around, give me a perception check.
Right.
Yeah. You look in the direction of Valus. You can't see Valus, it's behind the hills, but you look in that direction for a moment, and you see a lot of smoke rising in the air. Column of smoke, a pretty wide column of smoke.
I wanna go check that out. Again, try to not be seen, obviously, but I wanna try to at least like look over the edge of the hill.
You are in the hills now, so you have 6 miles of movement in a full day. It's difficult to move around here.
Yeah.
You want to get to the top of that? That's about half a day's movement to get to the top of that hill, to get a proper view of Valus.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. So I guess since we've already done most of the day and I have 2/3 movement, I guess that might actually take almost the rest of the day.
Oh yeah, because you only have 4 miles.
Yeah.
That's true. You only have 4 miles a day, man. Tough life out here in the hills.
Yeah, and I've already spent most of the day sleeping, or not most of the day, but
I think that's pretty much. You know, you'll get to the top of that hill by the end of the day.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess like I don't have any set destination anyway, so might as well.
Yeah.
I guess I'll move in that direction. In the meanwhile, try to like look around, see if I see any people, but otherwise just keep going towards the smoke. I get like over here-ish.
Mm-hmm. I'm just checking some stuff out. Don't worry about it.
Would I actually see Valos from here?
Yeah. As soon as you get up on the hill, you break like the apex of the hill. You definitely see Valis. It's pretty far away, but you can see it. You just can't see any detail, you know.
Yeah. But I assume I see where the smoke is coming from.
Yeah. You get up on that hill, and the view you see is that on the north side of Valis, up towards the top of the town on the north side, where you were lurking around a little while ago, there seems to be a long row of fire that is burning. A long strip of ground is burning. And it seems to be just outside the edges of where Valis is. And there's a lot of people there, gathered around that fire, with sticks. That's hard to see, but like you see a lot of moving dots. There's definitely people moving around there, far off in the distance, around that fire.
I'm assuming this has something to do with the ants. They're trying to create some kind of barrier that the ants won't cross. Because I assume none of the houses are on fire. They're trying to make like a line of fire or something.
Yeah, possibly. You don't see any houses on fire. You don't.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I guess a bit of satisfaction because this is probably something is happening. But Riodon is not gonna try to intervene in this or anything.
Yeah, you don't really get a chance to intervene because while you're on this hill, looking out in the distance at this fire, I want you to roll a d10.
The prize check. 6.
Indeed. That is a 6. And... how do I play this out? I think you turn around your head for a moment. You're always on guard, you know? You're always looking around. Even when you're focused on that fire in the distance. You don't let it enthrall your mind completely. And as you do, you see a collection of people walk up towards you. And they notice that you notice them, and you notice that they notice you. You eye them up and down. These are clearly mountain bandit types. These are non-civilized people. Walking up, weapons on them, but not drawn. As one of them raises a hand and goes, "Stranger, who might you be?"
Who is this person that talks?
Just one of them. I can roll up a gender and age for you.
Yeah, I guess, sure.
This is an older man. I keep rolling old characters in this campaign. Riodon's met a lot of old people.
Yeah, a lot of old men.
Yeah. A lot of old women too. It's just a bunch of old people.
Yeah.
I keep rolling. Old man is a 3 on a d6. I keep rolling 3s.
When he says that, I guess yeah, I guess my response will be like, do you want my life story or just the most basic thing?
I want to know that you're not here to attack us. That's a good beginning.
I'm not. I'm merely looking for people around here, so in a non-hostile way. So in fact, this might be a fortuitous encounter.
Perhaps. I'll be honest. I normally would see a single man walking around these hills and think you an easy match, but looking you up and down, I get the feeling you're not quite worth the silver that you might find in your pockets if we deal with you. So, how about we leave this a decent and friendly encounter? How about it?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Well, my name's George. What do I call you by?
Riodon.
Riodon.
I don't suppose that's a name you've heard before.
It
still
isn't.
fairly
Neither is
new
your
to these
accent,
parts.
stranger.
Yes, I come from the south initially, although I've been settling down nearby here for a decent bit now. Starting to get accustomed to these northern parts.
Sorry, I'm just writing down the name George. Excellent. Starting to get accustomed, huh? You been around these hills for a long time? Alone?
Not these hills, not much. More the forest to the north of here. I've been doing some hunting there of various things.
Right.
It's an interesting place.
What brought you out of the southern forests?
Well, as I said, partly to find folks like yourself, potentially. And also, while I'm at it, inspect a bit of my handiwork. And he'll nod towards the smoke.
Mm-hmm.
I assume that's what made you folks come here.
Yeah, we've been checking out the situation. What goes on in Valus affects our life quite a bit. Doesn't seem like the city's taking much damage, though.
No, they seem to potentially have it handled. It is unfortunate, I suppose, but not much to it. This was mostly an experiment.
They're burning the North Hill because of you?
I would suspect so, yes.
What do you do? George has 3 family members around him, by the way. They're a group of 4.
I didn't do much myself. I mostly just showed the way for some friends I found in those hills.
Friends?
Wow.
Look, if we're gonna be on open terms here, you need to stop speaking with me like you're some kind of oracle.
Yes, my apologies. Friends is a loose term.
Yeah.
Some insects.
Insects? You brought insects into Valus? What reason could you have for that?
To see how it would turn out.
You're a strange man, aren't you, Riodon?
Yes, see, I'm the type of person who's not very enthusiastic about Valus being here in the first place. So I'm testing the limits of what the city can handle.
Huh. So you're some kind of crazy son of a bitch, ain't you? You're trying to get rid of Valus? Alone?
As I said, I'm mostly just testing the limits right now. I'm also trying to check opinions around here, hence why I'm looking for people right now. What people think of Valus around here. I've heard mixed opinions so far.
It's a settlement. It's, I ain't a fan, but, you know, if you burn Valus to the ground, I have a lot more harder time making my money.
Yes, I suppose that might be the case. So you do the raiding profession,
Right.
yes?
You can call me a trapper. Might be
Trapper.
what I'm comparable to in your society.
I see. A trapper of animals or people?
people. And their loot. They all laugh together.
Yes, that's what I figured. Yes.
Yeah. Look,
Say, I heard a while ago that had been some kind of invasion of Valles, but it was called off at the last minute. Did you participate
Yeah.
in this?
You heard about that, huh? Yeah. We, for a while here, all the families of the hills were united into one massive tribe. We were more powerful than we have been for a while. Power got to our heads. We ran into Valles, we did some stupid stuff. And in the end, internal fighting started happening and, everyone split up. We left. Half of us, I think, have left the high hills altogether. The other half lives in small family groups. It's more difficult to score big, but there's fewer mouths to feed. There's a competition, though. It has its benefits, it has its drawbacks, pros, cons, but... Look, I'm gonna be real. I don't mind talking to you like this, because if I'm being honest, you seem the kind of type I want on my good side, but I'm also not here to, you know, get too close with someone with ambitions of burning down the town. Look, I may be a violent type, but that's not quite my prerogative, if you know what I mean. Let's keep this friendly, but at a distance, shall we? He laughs nervously. Not quite sure how powerful you are.
Prefer. Again, I have no hostilities towards you. And about burning the city, the town down, it's not necessarily my goal. It's more like, you know, as I said, I'm currently testing the limits. It's less the item. I don't have a feud with the objects in the location, more just the people, you know.
Well, call me a soft heart, but if I can take the items without hurting the people, I do try that. After all, dead men don't travel no roads a second time.
Yes, that's fair. That's fair. Well, I suppose I've inspected my work enough. You can have a look if you want.
Oh, we've had a look at plenty, and we see some guy standing up on a hill. In these kind of lands, you check that out. You know?
Yes, I suppose.
Well,
Well,
pleasant to make your acquaintance, I guess, Riodon.
yes, you too, George. Maybe we'll see each other again. Maybe we won't. Good luck to you and your.
I don't know. I know we don't share many gods, you and I, but I'll pray to mine that I stay clear of your way. Because, no offense, but you seem like nothing but trouble.
Perhaps.
Well,
I try not to be, but yeah, it's a reasonable assumption.
well, may the hills not eat you up, Riodon. At least that's a bad way to go for any kind of man.
And the same to you and your family.
Goodbye. And they start walking down the hill.
And I'll leave too in a different direction. Try to find a new campsite.
Riodon avoids the goodbye, walks in the same direction trap.
Yeah.
Oh. Let's take a moment of reflection here as you try to find somewhere to rest. Riodon. You sit down in the hills, ready to rest for another night.
Yeah, probably not super sleepy right now since I just slept, but
Yep.
a bit tired probably still after walking.
Just writing down George encounter. Calendar writing done. Okay. Riodon, you sit down. You're not that tired, but your legs are a little bit tired. You haven't been in the hills for a while. You've been walking uphill most of the day. You're definitely sleepy enough that you could get some rest tonight at a decent time, avoiding the jet lag.
Yeah.
And as you sit down, what's going through Riodon's mind at this moment? As a light drizzle starts to rain over you.
I think largely it's like it's kind of. I think he kind of reflects on the close encounters he's had, like the random encounters in the forest, and that it's. He feels like he as we said, like he feels like he might have gotten lucky so far, because last 2 days the forest has felt a lot more hostile. Yeah, so it might be, and especially with there potentially being people hunting him in the forest or around the forest. It's probably good that he's like kind of taking a break from the forest and going back to the hills.
Yeah.
Of course, the hills have their own dangers, but yeah, let the situation cool down a bit.
The vibe, I'll give you the general vibe. The hills have less encounters on average, but more dangerous encounters on average. That's the vibe.
Okay, sure, makes sense. As for the thing he saw in Valles, it's like kind of what he described. It's if that is all the ants will come to, it's unfortunate, but it's whatever. It was mostly an experiment, a limit tester type of thing. But it's it might, at the very least, it might affect morale in some way. So that's fun. Yeah. Otherwise, he probably, despite like being close to death, I think he's probably feeling kind of like pumped up about it, and like. Because this has been like, again, it's been dangerous, but he's been making it out alive, and because of that, he feels stronger, and he feels.
He feels like he's gained experience.
Well, yeah, that too. But I mean more like he feels again more alive, more in tune with nature, because this is part of nature. It's not just being the hunter. It's also being in danger and being the hunted sometimes.
Yeah.
And escaping.
Yeah. However, despite Riodon being the kind of character he is, and I think I want to give you a benefit for the type of personality that Riodon has. So give me a wisdom check at like a +4. It should be, just
right.
Don't roll a 19 or a 20.
Okay. 14.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's a crit success if it's
not
my
in this
normal
case,
wisdom.
Because
Yeah, if it's my normal
18 would be crit in this case.
Yeah. Yeah.
Riodon manages to fight off the sensation of loneliness quite well in that case. That's what we were rolling for now.
Okay.
But what are his thoughts on it, with this roll coloring the thoughts, I guess?
On loneliness?
Yeah.
You mean?
On solitude. On being alone for all this time. It's going well, but why is it going well?
I mean, I feel like as I kind of like, I've kind of been feeling like Riodon is a bit of a, not to sound edgy, but a bit of a lone wolf in terms of personality, because
I mean, whenever I roleplay with Riodon, you are edgy as fuck, so
yeah, true. But that's in character edgy, not out of character.
Oh yes, I brought some of my friends into there. You are so fucking edgy and ominous and full of yourself.
Okay, yeah, sure. Sure. But yeah. No, but yeah, like he since he's never had like great social connections anyways, he kind of like, he's probably used to being alone, and as I said, like he's since he's been like a hunter, anyways, that's kind of been his main thing. And yeah, he kind of likes the feeling of being alone.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
what are the reflections on being potentially hunted? Are you afraid of it, or is it a welcome challenge?
I think like obviously I think he is afraid because obviously like it is a dangerous situation. But again, I think he has like a spiritual connection to the fear in the sense that like as I said, like being in danger is also like the part of nature, is a part of the nature that he envisions and that he draws his power from.
Yeah.
So like this like back and forth between life and near death experience is, he feels like it's fueling him. You know, it's fueling his drive.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Riodon has had a few encounters with these mountain bandits now. You've met the descendants or family of Woodplank who were leaving the hills, you know. You've met a few crazier ones who were willing to go into town with you and cause some issues, but they were utterly worthless. As soon as combat happened, they were disorganized, haphazard, and maybe the reason they were so willing to go into town with you is because they weren't the smartest of the bunch, you know? You met George, who was afraid of you, and very clearly showed a disagreement with your ambitions. He showed a mutual respect, but, you know, he never got within 60 feet of you, you know? He stayed off, talked from a bit off. Very much treated you like a dangerous animal, almost, rather than an ally.
Yeah.
He treated you the way that you treated, you know, that snake.
Yeah.
In your boot.
Yeah. Yeah, the reason I was a bit more like direct now with all the is because like it was kind of like you know, because I am right now I am trying to find people who might have more ideological issues with Valis or more like anger or such. So I was kind of just trying to filter him in that sense without
and
you know dragging it out too much.
Do you think that there are mountain bandits in these hills that do have the personality you're looking for, or do you need a new kind of person to look for?
Yeah, it's Riodon is getting the vibe that most people probably won't be willing. There might be some, and that's what he's gonna look for. Because again, there might be some that are like more angry. Although some time has probably passed by now. I've been in the forest for a while, so it's possible that the anger from the failure and stuff has like calmed down. So it's probably less likely now. And again, it's most likely most of them are gonna be like George, but there could be some. So it's still worth like looking around. But it's not. They're not high hopes.
For context, we are now a full month away from Lucius being in Valis.
Yeah.
We're a little bit more than a full month away. A few days more.
Yeah. Yeah.
With Riodon getting started, like session 1, day 1 of Riodon was pretty much when Lucius was in Valis. We started a little bit back in time during Lucius.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually right after. Riodon's start is while Lucius is in the crypt.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So again, not high hopes per se, but there's still the potential. So it's still worth looking around for a bit more.
So we're gonna travel into the hills and try looking for people again, huh?
Yeah. And as I said, like this time is Riodon is the reason why he's like doing it now again.
Yeah.
It's because he has a bit more he has a bit more to show. You know, last time
Yep.
it was kind of like he's some outsider coming in, doesn't know anything.
Yep.
He doesn't even have any like power to backing him
Mhm.
up. Now, like he's still not like super powerful or anything, but he's got some stuff to show for himself. You know.
Okay. Cool. Well done. Make sure you've eaten rations for this day as well,
Yes.
as we end it. And let's do XP.
Yeah.
So, you have overcome some combat encounters.
Yeah.
And there's always a difficulty as a DM judging XP for combat encounters that you ran away from. Because in one hand, yeah, you overcame them, but you didn't overcome them in the most experience-granting way, you know? So I think that a combat encounter that you clearly survive and, you know, successfully encounter without, you know, getting fucked over is half experience. I think that's fine. And then something like the goblin encounter, which I think you very solidly defeated, is full experience. Even for the goblins that you didn't fight, you know? You still defeated them with, you know, aura and scaring them off.
Yeah.
So, the goblin encounter, I'm gonna start with that one because it's the most XP, is worth... Where's my calculator? Oh yeah, I have to double it as well. I'll double it in the end. Because it's single, because you're just solo player. Being a solo player is a lot of bonus XP if you get into combat. It's good. That is 201 experience for the goblin encounter.
Alright.
Total. That is already doubled for solo.
Can you answer now how many goblins there were?
Nope. You'll never know.
Okay.
Unless you look up experience values and you count it from that.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, I guess maybe I'll do that then.
But I know that you won't do that, so I'm just not gonna say.
I'm doing it right now.
You have no idea. Okay. The water encounter gets half the experience for running away, but that is also 210 experience.
210?
Yes, for the watery snake. So that's another 210 experience.
Didn't you say the goblins were 201?
210 from that as well.
Oh, 210, okay.
Yes, maybe I said it wrong, but it was 210.
Okay, I might have heard it wrong.
Yeah.
Let's see. A goblin is 15 XP.
It's not.
That would be 30 because it's single.
Goblin is not 15 XP.
That's what it says on the wiki.
Yep. But
Google.
you don't know what modifiers I'm using. So it's still gonna be difficult for you to figure out.
The chief and sub-chiefs are 35. So I guess it could have been something like that. But 30 times 7 is exactly 210. So that could be, that seems reasonable.
Possible.
Anywho.
Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Let's look
Does
up
that-
the snake.
Yeah, does that count as a combat
How
encounter?
found? Yeah, it's a common encounter. You ran away from it, so it's half XP. But I mean, I'm gonna find it. And then we have it. That is another 90 experience for the snake.
Oh, wow, what kind of snake was that?
Again, remember, double XP because you're single player.
Yeah, but still.
Snake was 2 hit die.
Wow.
Okay. Then we got individual XP. So spells. Entangle, cure wounds, invisibility to animals.
Yes.
I think that's it.
By the way, we counted last time. We counted the cure light wounds I cast on myself then, right?
Yeah,
Pretty sure we
I'm counting the one you cast in the morning to heal yourself because you were actually pretty low on HP.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that was all right. Those 3.
Great. So that's 150 total extra from spellcasting.
Yeah.
Okay, player has a clever idea. I haven't written one down. There wasn't one that was like, oh shit, I have to write this down today.
Yeah. I don't think I did anything particularly clever.
I'm gonna give you 50 experience for leaving your bag behind during the snake encounter, the water snake. Because if not, it would have caught you, you know, and you would have been in combat.
Yeah.
So I think that's clever enough. It's not like the most clever idea, but it's something. And it was a little bit of a risk, you know. Maybe you lose your bag, who knows. It was a risk that you had to measure out, and you made a good choice. So I'm gonna give you a bit of XP for that. Player role-kit plays his character well. You actually did some role-playing today, so take 150 for the conversation with George. I thought it was really nice.
Yeah, I had dialogue.
You had dialogue. At this point, that's XP, you know. Riodon had to speak.
He starts every conversation by starting to speak, but then his voice is like really like he really needs like because he hasn't spoken in so long.
Yes, and I think that's it. Did we level?
Was there any story XP?
Oh yeah, story XP. Yeah, you learned a little bit about the ants. You learned about the guy in chainmail. Yeah, I think story XP today can be 300.
Okay, yeah, that's a lot.
Story XP is supposed to, on average, equal combat XP. That's the measurement. And then you decrease it a little bit if you think there was less story. You increase a little bit if you think there was more story. That's the way the book describes story XP. So I actually decreased it a little bit today, because we had quite a lot of combat XP.
Yeah.
Cool.
But regardless of if I had gotten that or not, I would have leveled.
Excellent!
I'm at 8,129, so I actually over leveled by quite a bit.
Okay, cool. Fantastic. Let me look up your next XP threshold.
Yes, I was just gonna ask for that.
Where is it? There we go. Druid. Druid level 5 is 12,500.
12,500.
That's your target. Cool. And 12,500 is still pretty close to cleric leveling. It's level 6, where there's a drastic increase in speed compared to the cleric. Because clerics for level 6 need 27,500, whereas druids for level 6 need 20,000. So that's 7,500 less. It's almost half the distance between 5 and 6 as the cleric has.
That's the difference, like the entire leveling process up to level 4.
Yep. And for level 7, there's a 20,000 experience difference between the druid and the cleric.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
So it's this level you're still pretty much on like a normal leveling speed, but it's after level 5 that druids are way faster than other characters for a bit. And then they don't really hit the wall until they're trying to get level 14, which is then suddenly much slower than any other class. Druids' gap between 13 and 14 is stupid. 13 is basically a soft level cap for druids.
Okay, yeah.
But you know, for Irondice mode, level 9 is sort of a soft level cap anyway, so it's
Wait, why?
because that's when we hit like a world-altering level where it might be reasonable to retire a character into NPC hood and take the win, you know?
Okay, that's what you're thinking.
That's what I'm thinking. Not every time. It depends on where we are in story, you know, but That's where it becomes a consideration. Before level 9, it's not really a consideration to just retire the character, you know?
Yeah, sure.
Unless something very specific happens.
Sure.
Cool. Okay. Roll HP time.
Yeah, it is a D8, right?
D8.
Yeah.
Roll a 1, roll a 1, roll a 1, roll a 1.
By the way, I'm not at max HP right now.
You add it to your max HP. You only get the HP if you're max HP when you level.
Okay, I'm at 11 HP and not 12. So would I stay at 11?
Nope.
Oh my god.
Yes, you stay at 11 and you just gain max HP. Only if you're max HP does it level with you.
Oh, actually, since I'm not going to bed now, I would be max HP after sleeping.
Oh, yes, you would be.
Does that count?
Yes, that counts. Then you get to take the levels. Yep, that counts. Because you are leveling in the morning.
I guess I just asked preemptively. Yeah, I guess I just asked preemptively. Do I manage to get through the night safely?
Yes, you managed to get through this night safely. I've already rolled the conditions for
Okay.
that. Yeah. Now, otherwise, we would not be leveling right now.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Then I do get to max HP.
Yeah.
Okay, rolling the
The
HP
session
now.
stops in the morning, not at night. Oh my god,
Max
that's the
roll.
opposite of a fucking 1. Oh, that's huge.
I have 20 HP now.
Oh, that's enormous.
That is very big.
Yes.
Damn, boy. Be thick. That's a thick ass boy.
Thick ass boy. Okay, and let's check the spell scale. So at level 4, you gain both a first level and a second level memorization slot.
Damn, that's nice.
Yes. So without your bonuses from wisdom, you would go to 3 first level and 2 second level. But then you have more first level spells from wisdom.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I have 5 first level.
yeah, so goody. But you should be at 2 second level slots.
Yeah, 5 first, 2 second.
Yeah. You can finalize your active spell list at the start of next session instead of now. That's fine with me.
Yeah. Do that.
Cool. And in 1 more level, you get 3rd level spells. They're right there. You're close.
Augers.
You're 1 level away from tree, dude. The best spell in the game.
I do like tree.
I've told you about tree, no?
I don't remember what it did. You did do that. I don't remember exactly what it did, but it's
You
it's
transform
a tree, so.
into a tree.
Right, yeah, it's like a stealth thing, kind of.
Yeah. It's prop hunt the spell.
Yeah.
Oh god. Cool. And then let's check. I think your Faco might improve again because cleric Faco improvement is weird. 1 second. Let me check your Faco scaling. Classes. No. Combat. There's Faco. Priest. Yep, you get +1 to hit with all melee weapons.
Okay, nice.
Yep. So you're now at Faco 18, so you should be at +2 with all melee weapons.
Yeah, with my proficient ones,
Yeah, exactly.
which is just the spear.
Yeah.
I'm at -1 with the dagger.
Yep. Yeah.
Does Faco do anything else, or did he just hit?
Faco is
It's
just
just a hit,
to
right?
hit with melee weapons, yeah.
Yeah.
And ranged weapons as well, I guess.
Yeah.
This affects Faco affects ranged weapons as well. It's just that strength on is on the melee weapons. Chapter 5. I'm starting to find my way through this book a little bit quicker, you know? I'm starting to remember where certain tables are. Yeah, because your non-proficient penalty is -3, so that makes sense that dagger is at -1 with your faculty too. Yep, cool.
Yeah.
Great, even. Love that. Do you get a proficiency slot? Yes. You also get. No, wait. I'm stupid. No, you do. You get a weapon proficiency.
Oh.
Yeah. Which means you can take another weapon. Now, what we might want to do is we might want to keep this unspec'd until you find like a character reason, like something that you're actually practicing. But you'll have a slot that like whenever we feel it makes sense, you can just learn something, you know?
Yeah, I wrote down undecided weapon proficiency.
Yeah. That can come up in play instead of deciding it now.
Yeah.
Like if we have downtime at some point, we can just say that you learn a weapon during downtime or something.
Yeah.
Cool. Excellent. I think that's all for leveling.
Yeah. No powers like druid powers.
I can double check. I don't remember any at level 4. But
I don't think there are any. But
I think it's level 7 for druid powers, but I'll double check for safety. I won't lie and say that I know this by heart, you know. Yeah. Next druid power is at level 7.
All right.
And that's wild shape.
All right.
Wild shape is fucking broken in 2nd edition, so it makes sense that it's a 7th level. Because wild shape is one of the best heals in the game.
By the way, the saving throws, do they ever go up or do they stay?
Oh, wait, fucking saving throws. Yeah, wait, you might actually hit the threshold for those. I completely forgot about those. Good call, good call. I think I had it on my DM screen. Combat, saving throw, priest. Yes, level 4 is the threshold. The next saving throw category is level 4 to 6. So for these 3 levels, your PPD goes to 9.
Buggers.
Your rod, staffs, and wands goes to 13.
Buggers.
Your polymorph and paralyzation goes to 12.
12.
Your breath weapon goes to 15.
15.
And your spell save goes to 14. They
14.
all improve by 1.
Yeah.
Great.
You could have just said that, but
yes.
Sure.
Next saving throw category, that's at level 7. They all improve by 2.
Oh.
Yep. So they do improve.
Level 7 sounds like a very big power spike.
It is. It is a huge power spike. And it is at 20,000 experience. So you know the break
almost
point.
halfway there.
Almost halfway there. Yep. And there's 3rd level spells to get on the way there, so.
Yeah.
Riodon be growing. It's a fun little adventure.
Yeah.
And you know, he's
Being
been fucking tested, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I have not gone easy on Riodon, but the dice have.
The dice gods have been very kind. I feel like I should have died last session. But
and this session,
dude,
the goblins had a plan. I was so proud. I started designing that goblin encounter in my head while I was rolling it up and stuff. And I was like, this is a really cool encounter. I have a really good idea what the mind state of these goblins are. I know exactly what their goal is. I know what they're trying to do. And I know how to react to every situation. And then you got like the fucking needle through the haystack of fucking them over in exactly the best possible way, where they got to do none of the things they wanted to do, and they completely failed in every way. God damn. And then they rolled 1s and 2s on the bow shots. It was the worst. They rolled min HP on the guy you stabbed. It was just the worst. It was terrible. He got to do that fucking damage with the set spear against shards, but that was it. And that was his plan C, so like, it was already going bad at that point that he had to do that.
Wait, how was that plan C? What was plan A and B?
You'll never know, but that was plan C. Come on! I had that encounter mapped out really well in my head, and... oh, man. Sad.
Had you planned this goblin encounter for a while and you finally rolled it? Or?
I planned it up while I rolled an encounter where I was like, okay, goblins are on the list for this encounter. I'm just gonna choose goblins because it's fun at this point. And that's when I instantly realized what that encounter should be like, and I started thinking about it more and more while I was setting up the dice for it and stuff. and I had a really good plan. It was really good improvisation, and it didn't come to fruition.
Oh, you just chose goblins as the encounter?
I rolled up a list where goblins existed. I rolled like, okay, goblins are on this list. Goblins are on this rarity. They're in this biome. 2 dice already said that goblins are possible. And I was like, you know what? Nothing else here seems as fun. I'm just going to choose goblin this time. And you were also really close to where we already knew that goblins lived. You were right there.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just going to pick goblins here.
Yeah. Alright.
You know, sometimes that's what happens.
Yeah, sometimes the DM just tries to kill you with a goblin ambush, but it doesn't work.
I wasn't even necessarily trying to kill you. I'll say that much. Things just kind of
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Not
you know?
necessarily.
Plan C. Anyway.
Not necessarily.
Thank you for session, David. It was fun as always. And
Thank you.
As we say here in Irondice mode, never fake gameplay, never reroll. Do you want to say it without getting cut off this time?
I wasn't planning on it because you were gonna cut me off anyways.
Well, I'm gonna cut you off now. They're still never gonna know what it is you say. Bye.